Hey YouTube family and GN subs, you know I bring good news, right? For those of you who are new to the channel, my name is Umberto Gray. So I have 5 years of providing unbelievable content, and what I've done is really unique. I haven't seen this on another immigration channel for immigration law. Check this out. I've put all my content, I've organized it in order so that you're able to access it and really learn about immigration law. For example, go to my channel, go to playlist, and you see here, what's the first steps of getting into the U.S.? Underneath that, I have all the videos that show you exactly how to do so. Next, how to bring your spouse to the U.S. I have mock interviews, mock marriage interviews. I have step-by-step how to file an I-130 petition to get your spouse here, etc. Unbelievable stuff, guys. Look at here, naturalization, mock interviews. How's the naturalization test? The questions. Everything you need to know, organized nicely for you for free. So get in there, click on these videos, have a great time. Spend some time there, you'll learn a lot about immigration law. So first, good news, after cases have been pending down at the district office for quite some time, how do you get those cases out of there and how do you get them approved, all right? Very important. So what do you do when you have a case that's been pending down at the district office for quite some time? How do you get it out of there? Sometimes it takes years to get it out of there. Traditionally, this is what I do, and I'm going to talk about this case that I recently got approved. It's an employment-based case. My client went to school literally, lawfully and legally for 10 years while she was here in the U.S. Every I-20, every transcript, every minute, she maintained a full course of study. We filed for a labor certification for her through employment while she was in school, right? We get it approved, we get the I-140 approved, and we then changed her status to the green card. Now, once she got the EAD, the work permit, she started working for the employer. I always advise clients, if you get the work permit, you have a labor certification approved, I-140 approved, you file the adjustment, start working for the employer. That way, by the time you get to the interview, you have good evidence. Look, I'm working for the employer, here's my pay stub, etc. She did so, okay? We get to the interview and we got this horrible officer, right? What they've been doing, just so you know, traditionally, if you have gone to school, there's been a lot of fraud. So what they're trying to do is they're trying to deny your adjustment and they're trying to prove fraud. So during the interview for her employment-based petition, the officer went in, right? He went in, where'd you go to school? What classes did you take? Where was the school? We were prepared. She had every answer. She had all the time frame, etc. So the officer was a little surprised that she was prepared, right? Now, I know this officer, I knew he wasn't going to approve it right away. So what happens is, if they continue the case for any reason, it sits there. So this case sat there, and I said to my client, be patient, it will be resolved, right? I make inquiries once every 3 months or so. Just, let's extend your work permit, which is important. She's in legal status. Extend your work permit while you're going through this, right? We extended the work permit. They actually sent the case to investigation. I found out, from an officer what was happening with the case when I was down there inquiring. So I went to investigation. I told my client, relax, no problem. You're working for the employer. It's a legitimate employer. Let them do their thing. They show up for the investigation. They saw that everything was perfect, kosher. The supervisor knew my client, obviously, knew the position, the pay requirements, showed she was being paid, etc. So after the investigation, that's where I really started to push because I knew everything was good. I knew it was the end of the fiscal year. I went down there, I inquired, and basically the case is approved. Here's the approval notice. My client is so happy, and I'm happy for her as well. That was a good case, but the point is, you got to look for these things. Sometimes you got to be patient. It takes time. Another bit of good news for the diversity lottery, 5 district court cases said that USCIS and State Department, they have to reserve numbers of those applicants who were chosen in the 2020 and 21 lottery. Great news. So they're going to get a green card. All they have to do is be patient. They're going to reserve those numbers. See, what happens is at the end of the fiscal year, if these visa numbers aren't issued, they run out, they expire, they're gone. Okay, so a district judge said no, because immigration is delaying because of COVID, State Department's not open, USCIS taking a lot of time. It's not the fault of the applicant. So you're going to reserve these numbers and you're going to give them green cards. You're going to give green cards to the applicants. That is great news. 5 different district court cases. It was fantastic. Another bit of good news. Time extended to respond to RFEs, that's request for evidence, NOIDs, notice of intent to deny, NOITs, notice of intent to terminate, appeals both on I-290 form and on N-336 form. I-290s are appeals generally from certain petitions. The N-336 appeals from naturalization denials. All right, so if you have one of these that was issued between March of 2020 to January of 2022, it's extended out to January of 2022, you have additional time for the NOIDs, RFEs, NOITs, etc. You have 60 days from the due date. On appeals, N-336, I-290s, you have 60 days from the date the decision was issued, okay? 2 separate things, so you got to be careful, mindful of that. We've talked about that before, so that's great news, additional time. All right, let's go through some real-time cases. All right, look at this one. I-130 petition, family petition, generally is taking a year, right? 3 months, folks. 3 months. I-130 approved. Make sure you file these things with all the evidence. You'll be good. You can get these approved quickly now. It's great news. Employment-based adjustment of status, 7 months. It's taking a year and a half, certainly with an interview, right? So waived, 7 months, interview waived, petition green card issued, employment-based petition. Fantastic news. I pushed them a little bit because I knew the end of the fiscal year. Look at this, September 27th, end of the year, they're going to issue the green cards. Hey, DACA extensions, right? 2 months, look at this, 2 months. Filed July, approved just last September. Fantastic news, they're pushing those through. Hey, YouTube family, thanks so much for watching Gray Law TV. Give me a thumbs up. Remember to go to that playlist. It's awesome. Check it out. You'll learn a lot about immigration law. We'll see you next time.